fellow listeners of this video. For those of you who do not know me or do not recognize the sound of my voice, my gamertag is currently Kairos Zaikuri. My former gamertags are also Alexon13, El Friendzone, and several others. I am here to talk to several of my leaders and direct several messages to my members. These messages are rather simple. However, I would like to address my fellow leaders and equals first. Now, some things I would like to say specifically to all the High Lords and the Soul Primarch is you guys are the best, or some of the best we have. You guys are the example. You are not the standard. You are the precedent of what everyone should strive for. And I feel that it's up to me to tell you that you are what you are. You lead at your own accord. You do your own things as you should. However, there are some things that you all have to remember. I would say one of the first and most important things that you have to remember is give each other equal respect. Because, I mean, after all, we're all human, we all make mistakes. And when push comes to shove, sometimes you guys do more than shove. You try to slit each other's throats on the terms of who's right, who's wrong, who needs to be corrected, all of that stuff. But what I'm here to tell you is that let it go. Because if there's one thing strong leaders do, it's they can gladly admit when they have made an error. No person is right on every single thing that there is to know, obviously. I'm no exception. I've probably screwed up more than every other leader in the Imperium. But that didn't stop me from continuing forward. Some failures may have been more catastrophic or more lingering than other failures, but at the end of the day, it shouldn't matter too much. As long as you keep going and you keep remembering that it's fine. It's fine to admit you're wrong. It's fine to say, hey, I screwed up. It's fine to say, you know what, maybe I can take a piece of his page and put it into my book of knowledge. It's fine to say that. There's nothing wrong with it. Probably the second most important thing I would like to tell you is that your men and everyone in the Imperium, whether they're a guardsman, an ultramarine, a dark angel, an iron hand, or a member of the Inquisition, they all look up to you guys. Individuals that have pristine amounts of knowledge, great in combat, all of the above, they look up to you for guidance. And if you continue, that's not giving a very good example of what to be, and they will soon follow your footsteps. Because when you are an impressionable person, you leave an imprint on them that is very hard to erase. And believe me, if it's good, they will do good actions. They'll be disciplined. They'll be tolerant. They'll be what every member tries to be. But if you let them get away, if you get a bad precedent in their head, they're going to turn into a little shithead. And let's be honest, no leader wants a little shithead they have to deal with. And it's even worse if you are the problem and you lay it on something else to blame, and you yourself are the only one to blame. Now, probably the last thing I would like to say to the leaders is just remember where you are and where you came from. You weren't always as big and mighty as you are now. And those people that are privates and neophytes and all those little crappy ranks, they may be another Primarch. They may be another Chapter Master. You don't know that. And it's good to treat everyone the same because you don't know who's going to be where. You don't know who is going to end up being the next General JB or the next Curzon or the next whoever superstar in the community, or who knows, maybe there's a person on Halo Reach right now that may grow up to be a senator or a congressman or something, you know? And that's a principle to follow everyone equally, because that's the way it should be. So I ask you to remember that, because that's very important, because obviously it's a guideline of life, and it should be a good guideline for a Halo Reach clan. It's something as insignificant as a Halo clan. It's not that hard to remember these simple rules, and you will learn that leading and having people follow in your footsteps is way easier if you remember these rules and many more. Now that I've addressed the leaders on what I believe that they should accomplish while I'm gone, now it is time to address the members and what they can do to make the Imperium strong. Now, obviously, many of the same principles that I've previously stated about the leaders applies. However, yours goes even further. Obviously, a clan is nothing without members. Leaders guide, and they set an example, a precedent for all to follow. However, members are the flesh and bone of a clan. They make up the structure. They make everything work. Now, being fair, obviously not many of you, or no, I wouldn't say that. I would say some of you will never get the opportunity of leadership. However, there's definitely a possibility all of you have a chance. Obviously, there's some who don't know enough, there's some who don't care enough, and so on and so forth. Inactivity, all that good stuff. However, there are others who dedicate and want to be. They want to be something. They want to be more than just that little private that goes to battles. They want to lead. They want to command more privates. They want to be what the leader has already made a precedent. They want to be the example. They want that. And to you I say, go ahead, lead. Because one reason why I like the Imperium and why I think it's one of my favorite clans I've ever been in is everyone has their own shot at success, at having their own legacy. It's not just about, oh, it's the leader, he's everything. Oh, it's him, he's everything. No. Everybody can be anything they want to be around here, because Warhammer 40k is much different than many other role plays and clans you can do. There are many chapters and many Imperial Guard regiments and much, much, much more that you can barely comprehend that you can do in 40k and the Imperium in general. Now, I say that because it's true. I don't lie very often. If I lie, it's usually for a good reason or just because I'm being an asshole. But I say that because it's true. Everyone can lead. Many of you don't know it, but I used to be a little neophyte as well in the Blood Angels led by Zurs, Inoxai, Ragnar Zakuros, my Kaiden. And that was me until I was given the chance to lead, and I proved myself. Obviously, anything's possible for anyone else who wants to achieve. However, before I make my grand spiel, which it's probably going to be great, just kidding, it's probably going to suck, but the last thing I would like to actually seriously discuss is when I get back, I may or may not continue with clans You know, I'll probably be a whole lot busier than I am right now, so, you know, I may not have the time anymore. I may have the time on certain days, you know. Well, I do not know. I'm not God or anything. I don't know any of these things. Not sure everything's going to turn out, but regardless, the only thing I would like you guys to do while I'm gone, and I'll let you know if I'm going to be gone for good when I get out of basic training in the Air Force. The thing I would like you guys to do is to simply follow what I've always said, and what I've kind of reiterated during this speech, is just mainly don't give up. I mean, treat each other with a certain amount of respect and tolerance for each other, and just basically, you know, more metaphorically in a virtual reality, shoot for the stars. I mean, you know, obviously not everyone here takes this game very, very seriously, so I would just like to add that part in there. My final little spiel that I would like to say is, well, to the sane people who are watching this, yeah, go easy on me in the comments section below. I mean, obviously I didn't give the most standing ovation when I made this. However, this is extremely last minute, and let me know what you think around this long enough to care, or you know, nothing better to do. But anyway, I would like to say that it's been real, it's been fun, but it's been semi-fun in general. Because let's face it, it's a video game. But anyway, salutations, goodbye to the guys who were, you know, somewhat supportive of all the crap that I did around here. You know, if you told me to shove myself up my ass, okay, whatever. I respect your decision. I mean, I can only stand talking to me for so long, too. That's why I wear earplugs from time to time. But, anyway, well, I guess my time for Halo Reach has ceased, or Halo Reach 5 and, you know, all the other Halos, but especially Halo Reach, has ceased for some time. However, I hope that all my clan members and fellow equals in the Imperium at least got something out of this thing. You know, it's like, a little inspiration. Oh, we should go into battle. For friends. Something crazy like that, you know, whatever. But, to the rest of you, let me know what you think, I guess. Let the guy who produced this, or, you know, who's, like, recording me talking and crap right now, Austin064, let him know what you think of, the audio and how I spoke and shit, if you really want to, or if you don't want to waste your time anymore, you can just mute my fat ass, or, you know, exit out of the video. But anyway, yeah, salutations, goodbye, and catch you on the flip side. Peace.